Welcome back to episode 2 of MMONostalgia. Today we are taking a look at a free-to-play MMORPG called 4Story. This is an MMO that I really haven't dedicated any time to in my entire career in online gaming. I have played this one time 4 years ago for about 30 minutes. Now, if you like what you see here and you want to go ahead and help support the channel, go down and click that subscribe button and become part of our community. Now, there are 3 different races you can choose between: the human, the Nevad, and the fairy. There are 2 different genders. It looks as though there's the priest, the evocator, the warrior, the nightwalker, the archer, the magician. So there are 6 classes in total. It looks like the only customization we have is in terms of the color schemes and the hairstyle. Actually, no, each appearance is its own, essentially its own preset. It looks like these are kind of like a beast elf race. The fairies are essentially the equivalent of a gnome, and the humans are, well, they're humans. The outfits look great. I'm gonna go ahead and point that out straight away. I'm gonna go ahead and go magician here, purely because I am a fan of mages in my games. So it looks like you can use WSAD to move, but at the same time you can also point and click to move. That is an old feature. I'm not quite sure how to talk to this guy. It looks like there is an auto-pathing feature of sorts. It looks as though clicking F auto-paths me to like, I don't even know, F auto-path me like 10 feet. That's all it seems to be doing. I have an absolutely exorbitant amount of abilities down here. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty cool. You know what? I'm looking at the character animations, and honestly, they're not bad. I'm not sure when specifically this game was released, but the character models are not bad. They don't look bad. The animations for the character don't look bad. I like that when I manually equip my cape, it actually shows the physical appearance. I feel like not enough MMOs show you the physical display of your gear. So there's this training sword right here. I am attempting to click it, but apparently this is the trading sword I need. They weren't specific in which one or in which order I was required to obtain them in, but apparently there is an order nonetheless. Now I need to kill 20 ostriches. 20. I'm literally 15 minutes into the game and I already have to kill 20 of a monster. It's really irritating to me how unfortunately, if I click F, it seems as though I automatically attack whichever target is nearest to me. F is to auto-path, F is to talk to and engage other NPCs, but F is also to auto-attack whichever target is nearest to you. That makes this very difficult to do. Oh, I hit level 10. All right. It's kind of cool. We're making decent progress thus far. Select a country. Darien, a land of magic created by the Emperor Ruard Lopesa. He's a great supporter of science and the arcane arts. That sounds like something that I should be going as a mage. Dominated by its powerful military, Valorian was built by the strong hand of Neban Maha, also known as the Lion King. So we have intelligence and brute force. I'm gonna go ahead and go with this purely because they're blue. These guys are red. I'm an alliance player in World of Warcraft. I always have been. You know what? This is not a bad looking area. I feel like the graphical style here kind of reminds me of World of Warcraft back in maybe Burning Crusade. So I've noticed that the zones outside of the towns are very, very densely populated with monsters. I'm assuming this would have been a little easier back when this game was popular, when it had an active player base. Now, I have been grinding these same monsters for multiple different quests now, and I think I've been here for about 15 minutes. So my question is, does anyone actually think it is good game design having players repeatedly grind one, maybe two different types of monsters overall, just repetitiously? Because to me, that doesn't seem all that enticing. It's not really enjoyable to have to repeatedly do. Look at this guy. Seriously, how would this guy right here scare anyone off? This guy is the most inviting little training dummy I have ever seen. So now I'm automatically attacking the same monster type again. I don't. So I need to obtain 15 forelegs of a werewolf. These right here, these tamed pumas are werewolves, apparently. These are the same things I have been attacking for the last 25 minutes by this point. I think this is the first time I've actually had a semblance of a challenge with a monster. Honestly, this is not entirely boding well. He hits significantly harder than I thought he would. I think, honestly, oh my god. I genuinely thought I was dead there. 20 HP I have, 20. That was with me using a potion as well. I don't quite know if I can kill this guy necessarily. I definitely cannot kill this guy right now. I got 15 seconds. Oh no. I literally have 9 HP. I cannot deal any more damage than I'm already dealing. You know what? At least this guy remained in his human form for our rematch. Not that I'm really dealing all that much damage to him, but I have used my potion. I've used all of the buffs that I have access to. And honestly, if I cannot kill him like this, there is absolutely nothing I can do other than give up and hope someone comes over and carries me. But I feel like I'm doing okay right now. Those are some really good gloves. They're yellow. Are you serious? He's literally like, I didn't even have the opportunity to equip my gear that I had obtained before the guy goes and respawns. Thankfully, those monsters do not aggro on you as you're passing through the horde of them. Another kill 20 monsters quest. That's always fun to learn that you need to do. Thankfully, guys, I'm genuinely glad I opted for the mage like I did, because without the mage, I feel like I wouldn't have the kind of AoE potential that I do right now, and therefore grinding all these monsters would have been a nightmare. I wonder how many I can pull at a given time and tank with my buffs on. Oh, maybe that's a little too many. Or is it? And I'm dead, aren't I? Maybe he won't reach, maybe he can't catch me. Oh, I passively regen back to 135 HP, so even if he were to hit me, he would not have killed me. Okay, it looks as though the yellow named monsters aggro on you, but the blue named ones do not. The response time for my abilities at times is really awkward. Because I'm standing here, I'm spamming my AoE, and it just does not work. And the number of enemies around these zones are atrocious. Like, I cannot move anywhere without aggroing 100 different things. Man, how is this a good design choice? Seriously, like, I want to use my AoE here and just kill the 3 monsters I need. I don't want to aggro the other 13 ones around too. I'm a little concerned here because I haven't seen a single person around while leveling. This is definitely riveting gameplay, I will admit. This is keeping me on the edge of my seat. I what? I have to kill more werewolves. These ones automatically aggro on you. Oh. Can I use my ability? So I'm supposed to make it through all of these monsters. Are you serious? I didn't kill this guy. Thank God for autopathic, guys. And auto combat, like, I could just repeatedly click F and it uses the next ability in succession for me. So I don't even need to look at my abilities to know which ones I'm supposed to be using. It'll just use the abilities for me by just repeatedly clicking F. And then I click F, it auto-paths me back to the quest target. Now, guys, I'm genuinely trying to give this game the benefit of the doubt here. But at the same time, I am so unbelievably bored right now. The complete lack of anything to do. This game requires little to no input whatsoever. I feel like, and I know this might upset some of you that used to play 4Story, but this feels to me like a current generation mobile MMO. And that is being generous. You know what? I am genuinely glad that these monsters don't deal that much damage to me, because look at this. There's an entire horde chasing me. And they're going to murder me unless I deal with them now while trying to talk to the NPC. I genuinely wish there was more to the game than what there seems to be to the game, because I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have expected more out of the game than I've currently gotten. So I just killed about 13 of these gremlins and I got 4 items. I see this is one of those games. One of those games where you have to kill 800 monsters to successfully get the 10 items you need. I had not had trouble with the looting up until this point. So, what on earth? I mean, you know, that's one way of standing out amongst your peers. You know, traditionally people ride horses sitting down. I'm riding a horse almost on one leg. So, yeah. Huh. There are actually guilds in the game. Fancy that. The diversity in terms of content that you can actively participate in is really lacking.
This mission won't be easy.
It's honest to God, this is just run to this guy, accept his quest, run to a portal, click yes while it teleports you somewhere, run to the next NPC. Once you arrive at the next NPC, click accept or complete. And then after that, you click auto run. What this will do is auto path you to the next quest completion, or here we go, the portal. That will automatically take us to where we need to go for the next quest objective, where we're gonna go over to this guy and we're going to complete the quest at him. Now it's going to run us to kill some werewolves again. I think this is the 4th time we've had to go about killing werewolves. This time we have to kill 30 werewolves. Before, I think we only have to kill 20. So they're trying to mix it up a little bit here. They're like, yeah, you know, let's have them kill 15 werewolves. Let's have them kill 20 werewolves. Let's have them kill 30 werewolves now. So it keeps things spicy. It keeps things relevant. I mean, I've been back here 2-3 times by now. I just keep circling generally the same areas. And I mean, like, I have genuinely tried, guys. I poured hours into this game. I've been struggling to get from 19 to 20. It is taking me so long, and leveling that takes a while is not inherently a bad thing, because I like to take my time when I level. I like to read through some of the story, and I like to get to know my class a little better and learn to use my abilities. And that is just something that I haven't really had the opportunity to do in 4Story, because not only at level 1 do you start the game with all your abilities unlocked, which kind of just throws you into an absolute mess, because you don't really have the ability to learn your class gradually. You kind of just sit there and follow the little direction that appears at the bottom of the screen. It tells you which ability to use next, or alternatively, you can just click F. And if you click F, then it will automatically use the next ability in your rotation. So you don't theoretically even need to learn your rotation, because all you need to do is click F and it will automatically use every ability. And I don't know, to me, that just makes me feel like I don't need to invest time into learning anything about my class. And especially pertaining to PvP, doesn't really do anything to set anyone apart. Now, I'm not sure. Well, see, there are going to be times where you need to react to the situation. So you will need to at least have a basic grasp and understanding of your class. But at the same time, for most of the content that you do, you're going to be able to just pretty much auto path through all of it and auto combat through all of it. That is not a feature, autoplay, I mean, that I think should be present in any game. Now, I feel like maybe auto pathing to a quest objective, that's not necessarily bad. I know that Perfect World does it. I know that Revelation Online does it. I know that the new Swords of Legends Online MMO employs auto pathing to your quest target. But that's basically just kind of like a quality of life improvement, I feel, because it's not something you necessarily need to use. Whereas auto combat, if I just hold my F button, then it will prioritize the correct abilities in succession. So I don't need to worry about anything. I don't need to worry about using the right ability after the right ability, because it will make sure to do it all for me. Now, at the end of the day, this is a very grindy MMO. There really isn't much substance to it. You take your quest, you auto path to the monsters that are required to do the quest, you do the quest, you auto path back to the NPC that gave it to you, and you just continue on and on and on. And after several hours of doing nothing but that, I am just at a point where I cannot for the life of me invest any more time into doing this, because while the graphics for this game are not bad, they really aren't. They're not very good, granted, but the graphics aren't bad by any stretch of the imagination. Now, even though the graphics are okay, even though the world generally seems to be okay, and it is actually segregated from what I can see, even though, and actually there are a lot of areas, and I really haven't had the opportunity to explore any of them. I've literally just been running around the same zone from group to group to group to group, just killing the same monsters in essence. But even though the game overall looks okay, nothing fancy, the combat itself, the special effects are okay, again, nothing fancy. This is a game that is quite old, and it definitely shows its age, but this is also a game that is far grindier than I think anyone in this day and age can really dedicate time to. Now, I know that there is a guild system, and there are some guilds that are still semi-active in the game, and they will probably have plenty of fun playing it, but this is not a game that I would ever really want to play. This is probably not a game that you guys are interested in playing. I mean, if you're into a really hardcore grind and very repetitious content, then I feel like this may be of interest to you. If you guys enjoy games like Silk Road Online, then this might be something that you find enjoyable. I don't know, for me, that's not the case, but different games appeal to different players, so in the grand scheme of things, this is just one of those games that will never likely appeal to me. Now, that is 4Story. Let me know down in the comment section below if you ever played 4Story, if this looks like something you'd want to play, or what game you'd like to see me cover next as part of our MMOStalgia series. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you guys next time.
So